Hello and what is up, guys? My name is Maggie, you're watching TrollenBros, and welcome to 5 of the most badass shotgun mods available for Fallout 4. Now in this countdown we will be going over 5 of the most incredibly made and just downright insane shotgun mods made available for download on the Fallout 4 Nexus. Now, as always, most of these mods have already been showcased in a standalone video, but if you by chance missed them or are new to the channel, feel free to have a look around. And without further ado, I give you Fallout 4's top 5 shotgun mods. Now at number 5, we have the Chiappa Triple Threat, Triple Barrel Shotgun by Doombased. Now usually when you see a man carrying around a shotgun, you're gonna assume he wants something dead. But not just bullet for the head dead, probably more like filling their entire body up with hot lead dead. But you know what? There is a special word for people who use single barrel or even dual barrel shotguns. And that word is fucking pussies. Why stop at 2 barrels? Why not go for 3? Oh fuck it, why not even go for 10? Well, the Chiappa Triple Threat is the first step to that, since it does add an incredibly well-made, lore-friendly triple-barrel shotgun into the Commonwealth. Now, as I have previously mentioned, this weapon can be vastly customized. For example, you could vastly improve the base damage by improving the receiver. Pick between one out of 2 stocks, one slightly lighter and the other greatly reducing recoil. Slap a scope on it, why don't ya? Add a muzzle attachment, and even pick the camo of your weapon, some looking pretty decent and pretty wasteland themed, and others looking like a zebra just came all over your gun. And if that doesn't do it for you, the mod maker even gave you the opportunity to switch between various bullet types, so you could really customize this gun to what you want it to be. Be it a basic shell, a slug, an incendiary round, or even an explosive round. Now these do actually work pretty well, although a possible bug I might have found is that the explosive rounds do not work if you have the silencer equipped. This might be a bug, or this might be a feature. In any case, it goes great with Fallout 4's general buggy atmosphere. And since this is a Doom-based weapon, he has not only put an outrageous amount of details into customizing the weapon itself, but also in the way it looks and feels in Fallout 4. This definitely looks like the type of weapon that could be found in the wasteland, and definitely looks badass enough for certain mercenaries or raiders or even certain Brotherhood of Steel paladins to use it. And since it does pack quite a punch, it is pretty fun to use. A slight note though, if you are going to be using the explosive rounds, you might want to be a bit careful, so you don't blatantly just blow your cock right off. And to actually find the gun yourself, it has been added to the level lists, meaning it spawns on raiders and gunners, and so on and so forth. But if you want a special version of the weapon, it can actually be found in the combat zone in a locker of some sort. And to test out the weapon itself, I thought I'd test it against some of the most dangerous creatures in all of Fallout 4, a flock of harmless poultry. Or even the more dangerous version of it, the dreaded low frame rate horde of feathered cocks.
When she kisses, there's no hitch. 0 hours, she turns on the switch. Atom bomb, baby, little atom bomb.
Up cock in 5.3 seconds or never have good frame rate again. And at number 4, we have the hunting shotgun, made by... And at number 4, we have the hunting shotgun, by Hitman 47101 and Deadpool 2099. Now the hunting shotgun is your basic average day pump action shotgun that can be found throughout the wasteland as soon as you hit level 8 or higher. It has been added to the leveled lists, meaning it can spawn on enemies and can even be bought at vendors. The mod maker did also add 2 unique variants of the weapon that can be found somewhere in the Commonwealth, the Dinner Bell and the Manhunter, who both come with their very own unique camos. Now, the reason why I decided to showcase this mod was not because of the mod itself, but mainly because of the mod maker. This mod maker is known for 2 things in my books. The first one being he is known for making highly detailed, honestly incredible weapon mods. And the second one, he is the only mod maker to ever untag his mod from my video on multiple occasions. Now, in terms of aesthetics, the hunting shotgun is an amazingly made, highly detailed shotgun. That being said, it does not have many unique characteristics that would make it stand out from all of the other guns in vanilla, making this gun fit right into Fallout 4. And when carrying around a gun such as this, you can bet the shotgun won't be the only thing I'll be pumping tonight. The other thing is my penis, just to be clear. Now regarding weapon customization, you could improve this weapon's receiver, vastly increasing the damage it outputs. You could choose between 3 different stocks, 2 of them being very similar, slap a scope on it, or even add a muzzle attachment, some of which look pretty interesting, especially the suppressor, which looks pretty goddamn badass, with its wide girth and throbbing veins. And if you have tiny fucking hands, you can even change the pump to a slightly smaller version of the original.
Oh my God, nobody look! Nobody look! Nobody look! Nobody look!
And if you don't like the initial wooden material, you can even opt for 2 different ones, the polymer and even the camo. Arguably, one of my favorite features on this shotgun is the scope. I don't usually go for long-range scopes, but prefer hollow sights if possible, and the one added on this shotgun looks pretty fucking cool, with all its exposed wires, hollow lenses, gizmos and doodads alike. Now this wouldn't be a TrollenBros video if I did not pit this shotgun against an inanimate object. So to test just how good this weapon handles in battle, I thought I'd go against a literal fucking storm of tires.
I made the top, and I'm telling you, Steve, I was ready to stop. The only clicking that I heard that day was the bones in my back that had gone.
And also a single cockroach. All things considered, this weapon does handle pretty well in combat, seeing as how the base damage is somewhat high on its own. Now I know what you may be thinking, why the hell was the sky raining tires? I think the better question is, why am I vibrating, and why aren't you? Up next, at number 3, we have the Trinity shotgun, by Nevermind43 and Captain Ultima. Do you enjoy badass weaponry, ornate guns, and horsecock? Well, in that case, those are some pretty fucking weird interests, buddy. But nonetheless, this might just be the mod for you. The Trinity shotgun mod essentially adds in a brand new custom-made shotgun into the Commonwealth. Now this shotgun is actually pretty similar to the vanilla shotgun that can be found all over Fallout 4 in both customization and damage dealing capabilities. However, there are 2 key differences between the vanilla shotgun and the Trinity one. The first of which being its incredible ornate design with etchings all over the handle and even the barrels, with custom meshes and at least decently high quality textures. And the other key difference being, this shotgun actually comes with 3 openings instead of the vanilla 2. Ooh yeah, I like my women how I like my shotguns. With 3 orifices I could stick my fucking dick into. Now the Trinity shotgun itself can only be found at one very specific location in the Commonwealth, which does make sense because this is one fancy fucking gun. And that being at the Trinity Church, which does make sense since that is probably where the name derives from. Either that or the 3 previously mentioned gunfuck holes. Regarding customization, as I have previously mentioned, this gun is pretty similar to the vanilla shotgun, meaning you are quite limited while customizing it, but you can upgrade the damage to a decently high amount as well as switch out the scope and suppressor if you choose to do so. Now, while this gun might not stand out from the crowd all too much compared to some of the other outrageous and just downright fucking weird Fallout weapon mods, it is still a pretty cool weapon to have, especially if you are going for a lone wanderer, Mad Max, shotgun-wielding badass kind of character playthrough, because this gun will make you appear just slightly more unique than you would look with a vanilla shotgun, making you feel fancy as fuck when you cap a motherfucker. Regarding damage dealing, this gun is pretty similar to the vanilla shotgun, to the point where I think the values may have just literally been copied over. And if that still does not do it for you, if you look at the gun from certain angles, it looks as if to be an outrageously erect horsecock. What? Still don't see it? Let me help with that. There we go. Now feel free to live with the fact that whenever you will be using this weapon to kill people in the Commonwealth, you will effectively be jerking off an imaginary horse. Yeah, have fun with that, you sick fucking freak! Nearing the end here at number 2, we have the standalone pipe shotgun by Matt is a Human and Steven Engdahl. Have you ever been let down by your inadequate, tiny pipe pistol? Ever tried to get with a woman and it just kinda went all limp and didn't work? Then you might want to trade it in for something a little bit bigger, better, and a whole lot girthier. I give you the standalone pipe shotgun. Now, the standalone pipe shotgun mod is a pretty straightforward mod, adding in exactly what the name implies, and that being a pipe made to function like a shotgun. Now, this mod is very similar to the pipe weaponry in terms of lore, but in terms of aesthetics and damage dealing capabilities, it by far surpasses each and every single one of the pipe weapons in vanilla Fallout 4. For the most part, the pipe shotgun is a simply made Raider wasteland weapon with a pretty powerful and large blast. The downside, of course, being the ammo capacity, seeing as how it has no magazine and can only sport one bullet per chamber. This might just be me, but I am sick and fucking tired of seeing men with their tiny, pathetic, frail pipe pistols, which only got worse when I saw the mod maker swinging something like this bad boy around the Fallout 4 Nexus. I mean, god damn it! You're not a real fucking man if you don't use a weapon as big as this! You are not a real fucking man if you don't have a pipe shotgun for a dick! Giving a whole new meaning to the phrase laying pipe. Now, this weapon can actually be found throughout the wasteland, seeing as how it has been added to the leveled list, and spawns on any and every single raider you will come across. I mean, this weapon is really common. I think 1 out of 5 raiders should come charging at you with this bad boy, as well as it can be bought off of most of the wasteland's merchants. Now, in terms of customization, you can't really customize this weapon all that much, seeing as how it is literally just a fucking pipe. You can change out the stock and add a muzzle or a bayonet, but that is pretty much it. Even though this weapon is meant to go hand in hand with the pipe weaponry in vanilla Fallout 4, I think in terms of aesthetics, it is far superior. I mean, for one thing, the meshes and textures are far better, and it's not completely fucking rusted, meaning I have a smaller chance of getting a septic infection when handling this thick boy. Now, in terms of damage dealing capabilities, this is by far one of the most powerful modded weapons I have come across. That being said, it does come with a horrific downside. You can only shoot it once per 5, maybe even 10 seconds, seeing as how you have to reload after every single shot, making it not exactly the ideal weapon to handle a group of feral geriatrics, but making it a pretty safe bet when you are going up against single target enemies such as Rabbit, the local nudist. I have no idea why he's named that way. It's supposed to be an actual red rabbit. I have no idea what the fuck happened. And last but not least, at number 1 we have the cream of the crop, the Widow Shotgun by Corvallo. Now, the Widow Shotgun adds in a brand new, custom-made and honestly quite unique weapon into the Commonwealth. With incredibly high-resolution textures, outstanding meshes, and a downright insane aesthetical design, this is by far one of the greatest, if not the absolute greatest, Fallout weapon mod available on the Fallout 4 Nexus. Now, I've seen some mod makers put some pretty insane details into their weapons, but a rare few will take the extra step and put a fucking mural onto their gun. Yeah, this weapon is incredibly made, but is it lore friendly? You bet your sweet fucking asshole. In fact, it even comes with its own lore, inscribed on the very gun itself, which tells the brave story of a woman having sex with a skeleton, causing the world to end, one righteous act of necrophilia at a time.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
One of the better aspects of this mod is that the gun itself is very unique, in the sense that you can only get one per Commonwealth, making you feel all the more special when you wield a beast such as this. And the mod maker has stated that the weapon can be found in a cellar within Concord. And when it comes to weapon improvement, this shotgun is just customizable enough to make it a little bit more fun, giving you the ability to improve the damage vastly, extend the stock, attach a muzzle attachment, and even switch out the ammunition, giving you some pretty interesting choices, including the incendiary, the highly explosive, and the medicinal, because using syringes is for fucking pussies. And only the manliest of doctors administer their vaccines with a fucking shotgun, which may or may not make your child acoustic. And as far as damage dealing is concerned, this weapon is pretty fucking powerful, especially with the explosive rounds, giving you the chance to stand up to the rudest of dudes. And if you're a pacifist, don't worry, this gun has a wide variety of non-violent activities you could use it for. For example, going farming, going fishing, cleaning up the neighborhood after a St. Patrick's Day celebration, playing catch with your dog, cleaning up a fucking massacre, and especially respecting women. If for some odd reason you actually enjoyed watching this video and would like to watch more, then subscribe to the channel. As always, my name is Nagi, you've been watching TrollenBros. Until next time guys, I'll see ya!